putting Edison Ehie and some other people on the wanted list and published it on the Punch newspaper. We talked about that. On Thursday, the big story is we talked about conflicting court orders, where courts of coordinate jurisdiction, high courts in Nigeria, two of them gave conflicting orders. One restrained the police and other arresting agencies from picking up Edison Ehie, arresting him, of course, while another one ordered the arrest of Edison Ehie. On Friday, I also detail you that his attempts to quash the allegation against him, failed because the justice said he had cases to answer and that he should submit himself to the IGP or to the police so that they can further investigation. All right, so let's look at what I have here. And I'm going to read. And by the way, I have juxtaposed two headlines to make the first big story because there is the second part coming. So you would have to stay with me. You have to follow me. So the family of Ehie has sent a Save Our Soul message to President Bola Tinubu alleging constant harassment, intimidation, threat to life, and arrest of the Chief of Staff, Government House, Port Harcourt, Edison Ehie. Now, speaking at a World Press Conference, the head of the Ehie family, Ehie, said the cry has become necessary as the accusations leveled against Mr. Ehie are all fabricated because during his time in the River State House of Assembly, Mr. Ehie refused to be part of the alleged plot to impeach Governor Fubara. Now, let's take a listen to what Ehie had to say.
Because everybody knows what is happening, but who is to pay the cut? So I want to tell the whole world that they should know that we know what is happening. For example, we call on Ekwe people, the Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs. We also call the Council of Chiefs in the River State to come to our aid. We are calling on the Niger Delta because all of us are Niger Delta, because they shouldn't feel that Edison doesn't have any backing. We are one small family there. God is the one who has put in there. So why do you want to intimidate us? Why do you want to kill the young man for no reason?
Also, another family member who goes by the name Bishop Ehie said the family cannot be intimidated. The Ekpe ethnic nationality also is calling on President Tinubu to prevail on all the political actors in the ongoing political crisis, to respect the peace accord, some of you call it the Eighth Commandment, signed in Abuja, which of course was reported to have been done by the president, presided over by the president. Now, the vice president of the pressure group, Iname Ewo, who read the communique, also urged the president to order the Inspector General of Police and his men to carry out thorough investigation before linking their son to the murder of late SB Bako Angbashim. Now, Mr. Ewo, who is a former deputy leader of the River State House of Assembly, however, called on Governor Fubara to set up a commission of inquiry towards resolving all remote and immediate causes of last year's October burning down of some parts of the State Assembly complex. So while all of these calls are going on, I'm reminded of, the kind of politics we play in the country, where, when it is our own, we try to protect. When it's not our own, we tend to criticize. But I'm also reminded by, the calls by his people, his kinsmen, his tribesmen, that this also could be politics. And in Nigeria, politics can take very extreme dimensions, and it could also be trump-up charges, right? So, I don't know. Last week I did say that I am for an investigation, a thorough investigation, so that we can know, because that complex, that Alo chamber, was built with Rivers State money, not with, the governor's money, not the former governor's money, not any of the other governors who have ruled in Rivers State, not the president's money. I mean, Rivers people's money, taxpayers' money. And so we as taxpayers, we deserve to know the truth. We deserve to know how our money was burnt and who's responsible for burning our money. Now, like I said, we don't have that power to declare someone innocent, nor do we have the power to declare someone guilty. We're only going to talk for development and ask that the institutions be strengthened so as to fish out those who are responsible, irrespective of who the personalities are, because that's the only way we can have the development that we seek in the country. But the other part of the report, or the other part of the headline, is the former governor, now FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, saying that there is peace in Rivers State. Yes, you heard me right. I mean, despite the people of Ehie and the Ehie family saying, hey, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, come to our aid, come and help us, come to our rescue, come to our aid. Despite all of that, the FCT minister is saying there is peace. And as seen in our bulletin, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says there is peace in Rivers State. Now, the minister spoke in the media chat while reacting to the political tussle with his successor, Governor Siminalayi Fubara. He said President Bola Tinubu's intervention led to the peace in the state. Let's take a listen to the former governor of Rivers State.
Our people are running away from the state. Is there any election coming up now? President said, you go and do this. That which pertains to where I am, it has been done. If you see the other people, you ask them whether have they done their... But I don't think that the mere fact that two people disagree means there's a crisis in the state. President is an elder statesman. If he's not, mind you, he's an APC, which is opposition in the state. He would have capitalized on that to do anything. Rather, he said, no, I need peace. As far as I'm concerned, there is peace. Assembly is doing their work. Executive is doing their work. Judiciary is doing their work.
Do you agree? Everybody's doing their work. So I'm wondering how this will affect the call by the Ehie family and the people of Ekpe ethnic nationality, the call to the president to come help them pacify the tussle, the political tussle in Rivers State. According to him, there is peace in Rivers State. All organs of government are working. He said the legislative arm of government is working. He said the executive arm of government is executing, and the judiciary is also working as well. So what's your take on that? But before I open the phone lines or I go into all the things, I'd like to also mention that he also spoke, that's Nyesom Wike, on the recent court judgment that ordered the representation of the 2024 budget before the Martin Amewude-led lawmakers. Let's see what he had to say.
That matter was there before the president intervened. So at the end of the president said, you present the budget, and court said nullified. Is anything? As far as I'm concerned, all is well.
But I wonder if indeed there is peace in Rivers State, because I tried starting with the story of the coronation. Can I call it that? Maybe I can call it that. The coronation of a serving commissioner in Governor Siminalayi Fubara's cabinet. I'm talking about Alabo George Kelly, who was coronated as Chief Diagbani Fred George Amakri II, head of Diagbani Houses. Over the weekend, I think, was it on Saturday? I think it was. And the governor, Siminalayi Fubara, His Excellency, was absent during the coronation activity. The minister was there. He gave a charge. He said traditional rulers should ensure that they unite the subject. He did all of that. However, I'm wondering if there is peace if the governor is absent. I remember when the administration started, every little event, as long as there were still allies, the governor would attend the occasion. But now it looks different. So is there peace, like the governor has stated? I wonder. But let's move on now. Let's move on to the next big story. Time is fast spent just talking about the first big story. The second big story has got to do with the state of the nation. We talked about this last week, and it's a surprise that it is amongst the trending stories today. And that is that Atiku on Thursday had said that if the president does not know how he can stop, some of the things bedeviling the country, if he knows he cannot stop insecurity, for instance, and he cannot stabilize the economy, then he should step down. He should leave, the arm of affairs. However, the presidency replied on Friday through the, I think it was the Minister of Information. Was it the Minister of Information? I can't remember now, but I do know we talked about it. And, I think he talked about Atiku reeling. Is it really now? Atiku still suffering from, defeat, from loss at the elections, the general elections in 2023, February 2023. He also said something about giving the government more time. We talked about that, right? But I can't remember all of the details. But I do remember that he did say that certain victories have been achieved in terms of fighting insecurity. He said certain things have been done also to stabilize the economy. So that's the presidency response. Was it Bayo Onanuga who responded now? I can't remember vividly, but I'm trying to rack my head around it. Some of you who remember can help me with that one. However, the presidency responded, right? Only for me to open the newspapers today and open X today, and I realized that they're still bandying words. Yeah, they're still trading words and having a go at each other. Now, I do think Atiku is adamant that this administration has lost some control over the economy and the situation of things. Meanwhile, the presidency is saying otherwise. Well, what's your take on it? When you look at the state of the nation right now, the prices of goods in the marketplace, the insecurity ravaging parts of the country. But what's your take? I know I asked this question last week, but I'm tempted to ask it again. What's your take? How are you judging things? I'm not asking you to be on anybody's side. I'm not asking you to support the presidency or support Atiku. That's not what we do on the show. We tend, and I've said it before, we don't look at personalities. We look at the issue, and we try to talk for development, right? And we try our best possible to ensure that we have solutions to the issues bedeviling, the locality or the country at large. So what's your take? Do you think that this administration has lost the plot? If yes, how do you think they can retrace their steps so that we can have a society that is good for you and I to flourish? That's the second big story. I'll give you details in a bit when I open the story about the banding of words and what they have been saying to each other. But let's quickly get to our third big story because time really is fast spent. It's the bottom of the hour right now. And my third big story is talking about a protest that happened in Minna, Niger State earlier today. And guess what? It's linked to the second big story because it has to do with the cost of living. It has to do with the current realities, economic realities, the state of the nation. And the people in Minna, came out on the streets and said, I no go gree, I no go gree. I know we said no gree for anybody, but they are saying I no go gree for the state of the nation. Insecurity, they're protesting against insecurity, and most especially the exorbitant cost of living. I think that's what the headline said, that they are protesting against the high cost of living. And yet again, I'm asking the question I asked as it relates to the second big story. What are your thoughts on this? How are you reacting to the current state of the nation? Do you think the people in Minna, Niger State, have done something good? Or do you think maybe they should be patient like the Minister for Information has asked us to be? That it's just been 7-8 months. Give us more time and we will turn things around. Like to hear from you. 28 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm going to open the phone lines now. Like I promised, when I take a few calls, a few contributions, I will go back to the report that is talking about Atiku and the presidency having a go at each other's juggler. I read a bit of the article and you get a proper insight into what I'm talking about. But for now, let's open the phone lines. Remember, we're live on Facebook, Nigerian for PH, we're active on X, Nigerian for PH, and we are live on YouTube, Nigerian for PH. But you can use the WhatsApp number for WhatsApp messages 0809-030-6416. All right, that's the WhatsApp number for WhatsApp messages. But if you want to reach me via the phone lines, use the smart number 07009230923. once again, as it relates to the three big stories, do well to be brief with your contributions. Go straight to the point so we can have as many people call in and have as many people talk for development. So I've just been told that a smart number has been removed. So what numbers will use? Okay, let's see. 0817-923-0002. That's the first number to call me with. The second number to call me with is 0817-923-0003. Let's do a third number today. The third number is 0817-923-0007. I'd like to hear from you. Maybe I should also, put out a ladies' line, for the ladies out there. 0817-923-0009. All right. Let's see. Ida is calling from Inkoro. Let's hear Ida's take on the big stories. Yeah, quickly. You have 2 minutes.
My own side is this in the years matter.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I love what the family is doing because this particular person, I'm saying it in your radio station, that this man is innocent. Now, let me tell you.
How did you now, Ida? How did you arrive at the point that he's innocent? Can you share with us?
Listen to me. I'm from Rivers.
I am from River State as well.
House of Assembly is closer to police headquarters. You can't go to that place and do nonsense. Police will arrest you. Police headquarters, not police. Maybe like there is a one division there. There is police headquarters. If you want to arrest somebody, my brother, you will see if you have the video clip, you will see the person live.
Ida. I understand where you're coming from, but do you know if the police has this evidence? Have you gone to contest with the police and the police told you that they don't have the evidence? I'm asking you because you said he's innocent. I'm just asking.
My brother, whatever thing you do, you have your evidence.
That's what I'm asking you. Do you know if the police does not possess the evidence? And that's the question, yes or no? Do you know?
My brother, what I'm telling you.
No, but you've not answered my question. Do you know if the police has got the evidence or not? It's a yes or no answer.
They don't have any evidence in their hand.
You're very sure they don't have any evidence. How did you arrive at that?
I'm very sure that they don't have any evidence in their hand.
This is hard facts. So tell me.
That might be electrical fault to gun house. Okay, what the one that happened in the water side?
Now you said that. You said that might. But
please leave the.
Okay, thank you very much. Probabilities there. You said that might, but you've given me a concrete answer. I've got Clinton from Bury. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, I want to talk about a trading of war between Atiku and the presidency.
Okay, let's hear you.
The politics we play in Nigeria we play it almost every day. At no time. The time of election for me has passed, and this is type of governance.
Okay.
As a former presidential candidate, I believe you have ideas that you wanted to bring to the fore. And these ideas are not just for the unconsumption alone, they're for Nigerians to benefit.
Okay.
Elections, why don't you bring the brilliant ideas you have and contribute to the development of the country? Now, we know that things are hard, Canada. How do you then solve the problem? Have you met the president that you want to contribute this quota to solve the problem that we're having? You've not done that, but what you do every time is to criticize, is to incite.
Okay.
But that's not the way to grow. We cannot go Nigeria this way.
All right.
All the parties must come together to build a nation.
Let me ask you a question now, Clinton. Given how divisive our politics can be, how would an Atiku, who was in a very, a very hotly contested election with the president last year, now work with the president? I'm trying to understand that. Help me understand. How do you think, given our kind, the nature of our politics?
We are still saying the same thing, Canada.
Okay.
That the nature of our politics, we play this kind of every time. And it's not supposed to be so.
I agree.
If we want to build Nigeria, We must bring our ideas. We must be collective. It's not just coming to the media. Okay, if let's say you use the media now as a channel for critiquing the government.
Yeah.
You criticize the government and also provide solutions to the problem.
Okay, I get you now.
That's
Provide solution.
Someone that wants to contribute.
Okay.
Then on the River State issue, Canada.
Yeah, quickly.
I heard that the governor, said that the matter the judge was involved before the president intervened. And when the president intervened, they told all parties to withdraw their cases.
Yeah.
Why did these all people refuse to withdraw their own cases? And if you're going for equity to help criminals, I'm not saying this for one thing. The governor has done his own part of the peace accord. The weakest actions will also try and see how they can put it together and resolve the crisis so that River State will go forward.
So let me get you before you go. You're saying the weakest side of the political tussle is yet to abide by the peace agreement. Did I get you correctly?
If you look at the calendar, all the resolutions seem to do, and he has been doing all.
Oh, okay.
The only one they ask people to do to withdraw their cases from the court, and they did not do that.
Okay, all right then. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Clinton Zion from Jerry's and welcome. What's on your mind? Please tell me.
Good afternoon. I think at this point, all the members, family, sons and daughters from Edison, Ehie's community and local government and constituents should rise up and protect that man. Okay.
Protect him how? Can you protect him how? How can it?
All verification.
Okay.
According to the law.
Okay.
In the ambit of the law.
Okay.
Because the Nigerian police have been compromised.
Okay.
The Nigerian judiciary have been compromised.
No, I'm going to ask you, Zion, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Ida from Ikoro. You know, when you say they have been compromised, can you expatiate? How have they been compromised? Can you educate us how they have been compromised?
Bowman Goodhead challenged anybody about killing of ambushing and other crimes. She named a particular name, and if
she named two people actually. She named about two people actually.
Okay, and she said, "Call me, I will come with evidence."
Okay.
How come the Nigerian police have not invited that woman? She's now the ghost. But the moment she made that comment, it was a spirit that made the comment. The Nigerian police did not hear that. And how I'm now attaching the killing of Agbashim to this particular answer, if I should use the word, and honorable thing. I want to beg. We can see the hand of the monkey
in the soup.
And I want to call on the governor of River State. He has the authority, the constitutional power to silence every voice. Every voice.
All right.
That want to put democracy in.
Zion, are you there?
His patience and his silence is not helping me in person. Again, if the Nigerian police cannot invite Boma Goodhead and all the names she has mentioned, any move towards Edison Ehie is political. I will not accept it.
All right. Thank you very much for making me understand your thoughts there. Braid from Transamadi, welcome. Braid, what is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Greetings, Mr. Batubo.
Yeah, greetings to you.
Yes, the station for Edison, that is where I will speak right now.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yes, Mr. Batubo. It's like somebody in River State has monopoly of the police and the judiciary. That is what is playing out.
Now, let me pause you there. Today, I've got so many questions. I'm going to throw one at you. When you say someone has a monopoly of the judiciary and the legislative arms of government, that's very heavy an allegation because it's unconstitutional. The legislative arm is supposed to operate in a particular way as enshrined in our constitution and not under the control of an individual because that makes it undemocratic. So to what, or how do I put it now, what is the reason or what are the pieces of evidence that you have to now make the statement you have made?
Okay, I will answer you graciously. have you been to the Commissioner of Police office sometime in River State?
What has that got to do with my question?
Yes. To track on your question, the Commissioner of Police office, if you look, is almost adjacent to the House of Assembly.
Okay.
And if you enter his office, you see that there is CCTV camera.
Okay.
One focus the assembly.
Okay.
One focus this mosque towards the secretariat.
Okay.
Also facing the civic center. One also facing this area of Marine Bay. And the DVD almost at 4 square. Now, in the watch, and there is armed personnel carrier at the gate of the CP entrance. And if you go this other way, going towards the civic center, there is also armored personnel carrier stationed there. If sometimes you are taking this mosque route, see the embarrassment the police officers will give to you if you are entering that mosque road. In the watch of these police officers, if really that place is being pumped, are they really calling themselves security agencies? And the government has come to tell you that place was guarded by part of electric, and yet they were unsatisfied.
So let me ask you a question. What's the function of? I mean, you've given me a very wonderful description of what Moscow Road looks like, and a very good one at that. Now, the question I want to ask you is, what do you think is the function of the police? What is the role of the police? Can you tell me? I mean, apart from securing your life and your property, what is the role of the police? Can you mention to me?
Police can investigate. They can prosecute.
Okay.
Where necessary.
So if they investigate and they come out with the result or reservation, not that the say that done good one or not. I'm just asking them, and what we're talking. Yeah, I'm listening.
Since that the police has also investigation.
I agree with you.
And it's River State House of Assembly that we are guarded with fire. Is it our National Assembly's office that started with fire? Does the Abuja court have jurisdiction?
We've talked about this before. I'm not a lawyer, but when there is the act of terrorism, yes, it can be tried in a national court. We've said this before, and that's part of the charge or the allegation against the alleged persons. Terrorism, so it can be tried in a national court. Yeah, I'm listening.
This is a fact.
Yeah.
And when we are portraying our point, we bring up facts.
I've just given you another. I've given you facts as well that there is.
Let me give you a fact.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me give you a fact. Why somebody in River State has monopoly of the police and the court.
Okay.
You remember 2011? Somebody was the chief of staff of River State.
Okay.
He arrested Lolo Ibeneye and about 10 others. The former commissioner of water resources.
Okay.
At D-Line told them that they are cultists, and immediately they were reminded.
Okay.
The elders of River State intervened, and quickly they were brought out.
So what? So what has that got to? What has that got? I don't have. What has that got to do with what's happened?
But let me give you the fact.
Okay.
Why I say that. Now, if you remember, before 2023 election, Atiku was arrested.
We know the story is braid. What has that got to do with this current situation? Because you said
that has got to do.
Yeah.
Why has that got to do with this issue? That is Ehie was sworn in as a chief of staff. Immediately, the police now go to court at Abuja, the IG. Now say that it has terrorist issue. Since we know anything as a House of Assembly former speaker, has he ever killed a ant in River State?
Okay.
The IG, we cook up something to just smear him because somebody look at the terrorism in this country.
All right.
Look at the Boko Haram.
Braid, I get your point. I get your point, Braid.
And rice and beverages up to this moment.
Okay.
They couldn't apprehend anybody.
All right, Braid, I get your point.
not in River State.
All right.
Justice
Okay.
has been denied in River State.
But then again, so I'm confused when you say justice has been bought in River State, and then still ask why it's being taken to Abuja. In here in River State, it's happening in Abuja. Jude from Uma, welcome. Jude, welcome. What's on your mind, please?
Yeah, for me, until the Nigerian police start to pay for wrongful detention for those they take to court and found not to have committed the offense they were alleged to. The police start to pay for it. That will set them up. We have had cases where police will go on what they call mass arrest.
Yeah, true.
Arrest people, put them in detention for a number of months. Sometimes take them to court, and the court will decide them. What they have succeeded in doing is putting those people in detention.
All right.
That's what they have succeeded, and they know unless they start to pay for such wrongful detention, we will continue to have what we are getting now. Now, in the case of Ehie here, I have said it time without number. What we say now is because they've been able, the 8-point agenda have been able to intimidate.
So, sir, I didn't get that. You said the 8-point agenda has been able. Sorry, can you?
Yes, it has been able to intimidate.
Intimidate, you said.
And signed by our governor.
Okay.
Has succeeded in intimidating people.
Okay, I guess you know. Yeah.
Because that was, if you ask me, that had been the intention.
Okay.
So now that the agenda has been signed, now they have to hinge on it. Hinging on it is the devil do what they want from the governor. Are you going to do this? They said yes, or I will do it. Are you going to do that, or I will do it? Now, imagine the rails. Then because he has been doing this, his supporters have been intimidated. Because, like I said last week, he is not tough. If you are not tough, you get easily intimidated.
So you're saying it, wait, let me get you, Jude. You're saying he should be tough, number one, and number two, you're saying that the other side of your side is yet to keep to their own part of the bargain. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Oh my.
Then let's get him signed.
Right.
Once he signs it, then we will come and descend on him. Descend on his supporters. And who are those suffering now? His supporters. And many more will be suffering.
All right.
I pray they don't.
All right.
And for me, if he doesn't do something, he will start gradually to lose grip of his supporters, and that will lead his crash.
All right.
I urge him to stand on. He has the support.
All right, Jude, thank you. All right, thank you. Good point. Let's see what we have on Facebook. Courage Babawo says the state is peaceful because we are all going out for our lawful business. Okay, so Courage is agreeing with the FCT minister. Mutiny that's a big story. Roads blocked as resident test exorbitant even in Niger State. Actions have consequences. Shebi, they voted for renewed Shege. It is renewed Shege they must get. You sleep on the bed you have made. Enjoy your hashtag riplessness, I think you meant to say. Ben in the business said, please someone mention names. What happened to those men? Normally in a working society, both the one that mentioned names and the names mentioned should have been arrested. And the murder of the DPO. Ben in the business, you do have a point, and that's the same question people like Zion, Clinton, and Ida have been asking since the show started, or when the show started. But let's go to WhatsApp now and read some messages there. This one says they couldn't get to Governor Sim. It is Ehie that want to get to Escobar with that one. So you're saying it's a trump-up charge, okay? Mike says, good afternoon, Canada. When people who are supposed to be role models lie to us in our face, it shows that we as a people have lost it if our leaders can repeatedly lie openly, continuously, and comfortable or comfortably without conscience. Where is the political peace in River State? Mike from Thai is asking, where is the political peace? Someone should tell him, please. This one says, why is the ex-governor speaking of peace in River State when the family of the chief of staff of River State Government House is under threat? Is the FCD minister now the commissioner of information in Rivers? I sincerely think that the FCD minister should be investigated for the beheading of opposition political party members in Onelga. That's a heavy allegation. I didn't even know where I was leading to. But Iceberg, okay, but I'm going to stop there because these allegations cannot be substantiated. I mean, sometimes people think, I should say this. Sometimes people think I've taken sides, but you don't know how difficult it is. You know, you coming out to say this person is a thief, this person killed another person. It's an illegal thing if you do not have evidence. And if I allow you to do it, I will be allowing illegality on my show. Because you would have assassinated a person's character, without evidence. Now, when you say that, for instance, the judiciary or the legislative arm of government has been bought, are there corruption activities happening in the various arms of government? Yes, there are. We see the reports every day. I mean, we saw a lot of that during the weekend, right? But can we categorically say, can we really say as a matter of fact that every person or every department or every structure in the various arms of government are corrupt? Then we will be making a blanket statement. And so I try my best possible to bring your knowledge to the fact that yes, you may think that they are trump up charges, but you cannot say that all of the judiciary, all of the legislative arm of government, and all of the executive arm of government have been bought over by an individual. Was it not 4 people who were suspended from the same legislative arm of government because they refused to play ball as the rest of the people? So you cannot say all. That's the point I'm trying to make. Anyways, moving on. I've got a few more minutes to read some messages. And this one says, Atiku's statement is in order, but my problem with the APC government is that they will continue to pretend rather looking for solutions to bring us out of our economic wahala. Buhari spent 8 years with the mantra to be patient, everything will be fine, and they have started again. I blame those who voted APC after what we suffered under Buhari. And that's from Nicholas Erasmus. Okay, this one says, on the matter of whether there is peace in River State now or not, action speaks louder than words. Is it not enough for the FCD minister to proclaim, I think he meant it is not enough for the FCD minister to proclaim peace, but for Rivers people to witness it by the governor being allowed to do his work without further distraction? On Atiku's issue, he is entitled to his opinion on the state of the nation. Having failed election doesn't mean he shouldn't pay or play oversight function to protect Nigerians. Tinubu's government is clearly a failure from arrival to date. So how can Atiku keep quiet? If people like Atiku don't speak out about ills of the society, who else? DK is asking. Oh my goodness, so many other messages, but I can't take them because it is almost time for the business news. Constant Mega is standing by and she will bring you the business news. When I come back, we'll talk some more. We'll talk for development, I believe. To stay tuned.